There has never been a greater Ebola scare than has been this year, especially with the death of over 1,000 people in West Africa. The global community took notice, and the East African community has not been left behind. Now, members from the National Civil Aviation Authorities and National Airport Authorities in East Africa have converged to talk about Ebola and how they are going to handle it at the airports. Kenya has already taken the lead via stopping flights to West Africa, according to the manager Kenya Airports Authority, Harrison Machio.
The Kenyan government decided to stop Kenya Airways flying to 3 West African countries of Liberia, Guinea and Sierra Leone.
This is a short-term measure. Once it's confirmed that the scourge is no longer a threat in West Africa, then they'll open up and start operating back into West Africa as soon as possible.
The panic is however on a high amongst passengers, especially if any West African is on board.
Because what we have seen in aviation is that anybody who coughs, anybody who diarrhea, anybody who has stomach upset, it is all being linked up to Ebola.
Between Kenya and Uganda, there have been about 11 Ebola suspects on land who have been screened at the airports and found negative.
The risk of somebody who is sick of Ebola, even attempting to board an aircraft, is very low. That person is too sick even to travel.
ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization, together with WHO, have already given airlines guidelines on dealing with passengers in regards to air travel, especially those who could be infected. East African countries are now strengthening screening at the airports. In Uganda since July 11th, a 24-hour surveillance has been instituted.
Targeting passengers coming directly from West Africa or those who have been to West Africa in the last 21 days.
We also have agreed on how we can protect our health workers, our immigration officials, and all workers at the airport. We've also agreed on doing retraining. We are happy that a number of our airports have done some kind of training of their staff, including the cleaners.
Partners are now set to harmonize different measures that have been transpiring in their countries.
Harmonizing the procedures, having a common message that we should deliberate on and send out to the public.
Though the disease, which kills up to 90% of those afflicted, has not yet been reported in the East African region, many have started feeling the financial burden of the panic. Korea Airlines said they would not fly to Kenya, which means loss of business, even with Kenya Airways stopping all flights to high-risk countries in West Africa, which include Sierra Leone, Liberia and Guinea. Though not yet documented, some passengers have reportedly cancelled flights into the East African region. Florence Alimba, Entebbe in Entebbe.